And you don't want to go anywhere, because coming up next is the lovely ladies with Let's Go Shopping with Bev, with co-host Diane, here on the station that leaves no listener behind, AM 1050 and KCAA Radio.com.
Go ahead and say it. We're all ears. AM 1050 KCAA.
Well, welcome to our Happy Friday show. And if you are listening and you hear the lovely song from Sesame Street, this show is all for little babies, toddlers, young adults, and the in-between. Yes, this show is all for you guys, and we have a lot of good stuff to let you know, so you can tell Mom and Dad what's going on and what you want to do. You know, you need their permission still. And my special guest today is Nicole Smith. Hi, Nicole. How you doing?
Hey, Bev. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming. And if you do listen to the station, which I hope you do 24/7, 365, Nicole has her show on Saturday afternoon, we should say. It's not quite evening yet. It's kind of afternoony, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's at 5 o'clock. And the name of the show is There's Change in the Air.
Yeah, Change is in the air every Saturday from 5 to 6 live. So I'm thrilled to be here, and I hope you guys will tune in and check us out tomorrow. We have a great show.
And what do you have tomorrow? Can you tell us, or the secret?
No, tomorrow is Armed Forces Day, so we are celebrating our armed forces, and we have a lot of surprises set up with the guests. We have some military folks coming in who have been deployed, and disabled vets, and who are going to come in and tell us their stories and the changes that their families have gone through in serving our country in a positive way.
Oh, that's going to be one good show.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about it, we're waiting for a phone call to come in. And, Nicole, why don't we just give a shout-out and a big thank you to everyone in all the forces, as many years or months they've been in there, and everything that they're doing to keep us happy and safe, for we can sit here and do the program and listen to Sesame Street.
You know, and that's another reason why. I listen to Sesame Street every day, because I have a little one. I know this word for word. But no, I actually, on my show, I do a military shout out pretty much every weekend. Just, you know, loving on the men and women who serve our country, and who have in the past also have lots of family members and things who have been in the military. And I just, you know, freedom is not free. So I always like to just love on them as much as I can and let them know we love you for what you're doing.
You're right. And also, a lot of the organizations now are still collecting things that you can send over there, the different candies and the coffees and everything else. So the easiest way for them to find out where they could go to put stuff in the box, or where they send it to, do they hit the Chamber of Commerce, or where do they go to find out this stuff?
Actually, you can pull up so much stuff now on Facebook. That's how I've been getting connected to a lot of different organizations, finding out what they're doing. Mm-hmm. When you pull up Facebook, put in Armed Forces, they will just stream up from everywhere to let you know who's doing what and where. And they're all over. Everywhere. I mean, from sending, of course, most people know about the cell phones, to the boxes of things, cards, gift cards to where they can make calls home. There's so many different avenues to be able to love on these men and women. And on our show tomorrow, we have a lot of folks here locally who've heard about the show and are doing just that. They're really going to give almost slipped. Oops.
Yeah. Okay. Don't tell the whole show, or else they won't be tuning in. You know. But thank you for everything that you do out there for us. And talking about doing things, now, Nicole, your little munchkin the birthday is coming up pretty soon, isn't he?
Yes. We're on the countdown. June 23rd. This is D-Day for me.
Yeah, that is going to be way cool. And we cannot tell what you're planning here, because he may overhear it on the radio or something. But talking about the little ones there, Where do you shop? Where do you shop for your child?
You know what? I shop everywhere. Now, my friends thought when I got pregnant and had my son, they said, "Oh, Nicole, you only shop high end, so that's all he's ever going to wear. We can't go to Walmart and get him anything." I shop everywhere. There is nowhere that I have not shopped as far as pricing goes and style goes, because you can find great things everywhere, and you don't want to pay a lot of money, unless you have it. If you have it, then by all means,
spend it.
I can tell you those places too. But I like to be able to do high, medium, and low and mix, because for some people, like with me, your first child, I'm sorry, but there is nothing that's going to be too good, too much. You want to give them the best. But from what I hear from my friends, by the time you get to that second, third, maybe, you're kind of cutting down because now you got extras.
Yeah, because of all the hand-me-downs and being the shortest and the youngest one in the family. And I could not wait until I got out of that situation and dun-da-dun, and it was funny. And like you say, for the first one,
yeah,
we go overboard, and then when you become the papa and the nana, you even go crazier on it.
That's
but it's really fun. And some of the places that we have been checking out, talking about the good brands.
Yeah.
Right? The good stuff. People say, well, it's a child, they're going to get it dirty, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Yeah. And with a child of any age, it's just like us adults. In your closet, you have 4 sets of different kinds of clothes.
Yes, you do.
Right? The garbage stuff for working in the yard and playing Susie Homemaker, and all of this.
Nobody really sees.
Right? And then on up the line, and of course the big stuff is for the really big poo-poo, fancy things, right?
Exactly.
Well, what we did, and the other day I was out and about myself, and I was on a serious snoop attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, serious in a baby department, and I was getting happy. They're so cute. Well, the ones in Burlington Coat Factory, yes, I love that store. That's one of my favorite stores. I went in there, and they had, you kind of forget how small babies are.
Yes.
They look like little baby butterballs, almost,
Yes.
And they had these onesie pajamas, with the little feet in them and stuff, which were my favorite. They start at $5 and up. Like, hello, right? But the quality, what it is, and maybe it's just me, but if you buy something with good quality, it's going to hold up a lot longer through the wash
all
and
those
dry.
washes that you have to do.
Right, crawling on the floor, which we still do sometimes, and all of this, and then you can pass it on down the line.
Most Burlington. Now you just gave out one of my secret spots. That is actually it's one of my husband's favorite places to shop for the baby, because you can get so many items and name brand. Okay, let me just go ahead and let you know this. You can get name brand there, and dirt cheap prices, excellent quality.
Yes.
That we're, honestly, my son, this is summertime that we're getting ready. Well, spring, so it's warm here. So the stuff that he was in last summer, because he hasn't had the next growth spurt, he's in it today. Because the quality is held up, and he's a boy, so that tells you the type of quality. I don't want to name any name brands because they're not endorsing us, but I'm telling you, if you want name brands, Burlington is definitely one of the best places to go and get them for. I mean, it is super inexpensive.
Right, and what bothers me is when people. Yes, Joey. Joey is smiling. Hi, Joey. How you doing? Joey's working the board for us.
Why are you going to say hi to me?
Yeah, he's getting so he's taking notes over here.
Exactly.
Yes. Is something coming up in your neck of the woods, Joey? You're not telling us? You're taking notes about babies?
No. Well, I'm not planning on it, but sometimes things happen. You
want to be prepared, right?
Right. Yeah. Right. But we do have a caller on the line.
And who do we have?
We have Jesse Dinkel, the associate producer from the California Theater.
And what is the name of the performance?
I believe it's going to be The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yay! Thank you, Joey.
No worries.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good, and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here again.
I know. I am, too. I'm glad you're here back. Boy, that was good English, wasn't it?
It's nice to be anywhere.
There you go. Now, Jesse, could you please tell us about the performance for the California Theater that is next weekend, the 25th, 26th, and 27th?
Absolutely. We have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Chronicles of Narnia. And it should be an outstanding show. We have some really great technical things that we're doing with this show, including some amazing projections that are going to be brought in. And it's just going to be a fantastic show for the whole family.
That sounds nice. I remember seeing it at the movies way back when.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the movie, that's pretty much the story you're going to see. It's based on the book, but the movie pretty much followed the book, so it's going to be wonderful, and it's really a high-value production, and the costumes are amazing. I just actually saw one of the beavers, and it's just amazing, the way that they're costumed, and I'm really excited about it.
Now, let me ask a question, if I may. What age group is this going to be working out for?
It's really for the whole family. I mean, if you've seen the movie Chronicles of Narnia, you can count on if you enjoyed it, you're going to enjoy the stage production.
Oh, wow.
And it's not. I know that a lot of times when people think of kids productions on stage, they're kind of a smaller production, but this is a huge production. It's really brilliant.
Okay.
How many in the cast?
I believe there's somewhere around the neighborhood of 15.
Holy Toledo, that's a nice number.
Yeah, big cast.
Yeah, and while we're talking to you, Jesse, I was over at the theater a little while ago before I came into the station, and you all were nice enough to give us tickets to give away on the programs. And if somebody would like to get a set of these tickets for next weekend, 27th, and they're all the 27th, yes, Sunday. And if you would like to get some, please call 888-909-1050. Again, that number is 888-909-1050. Joey will be taking your name and number, and you can pick up the tickets beginning Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Let me repeat that. Again, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and you can come and pick your tickets up from the station. And it is one thing that, since this whole show is about families and the babies and everything else, this falls right into place. And it would be a fabulous thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun. Everyone's going to have a great time that comes out.
And what is your favorite part? Can you tell us through the whole thing, do you have one favorite part of it?
For me, it's the theme of the show, sacrifice, really. And I think it's a really wonderful story. And I think the part where probably my favorite part, I don't know, it's hard to pick from the show. There's so many good parts in it. I really just like the story of the sacrifice that's made, and the fact that they all stick together throughout.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. And the other thing that I loved about it is all the music. The different themes of music through the whole thing. And the lighting, and when the witch was coming around, and the way the light was hitting it, and the different shadows that you would get on her, and the costume and everything. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, when you see that Aslan comes back to life, that's just going to be a great moment, I think. So.
Oh,
I got to go and see this.
I want to see this. I read the book. I haven't seen the movie, so I would love to see a theater production of it. I'm going to have to. It's going to go.
It's going to be outstanding, and I mean the costumes for everyone are just incredible. It's an amazing piece.
This is so great. And, Jesse, I know you're extremely busy when I was talking to you this morning, and I want to thank you for taking these couple of moments, to get on the air and tell us and talk about this. Now, is there anything else that you want to bump out while we got you?
No, I mean, if they don't get tickets through you, they can always get them through us by calling